Which year did I said don't shoot? Which year did I are you mad? Carol. Which year? Oh my God. Which year are you mad? You are mad. Can you imagine this person? Get over it.
Yo, you guys, this episode was hot. I wanted to make this video like so bad earlier on, but the headache I had was stronger than me. So let's now talk about the things that happened in this episode. But first of all, in episode 2, one of those episodes, I told you guys that Caroline came with the intention of one, selling her businesses, promoting her businesses more, focusing on her business side so that we'll see the side of her more in this season. And then another thing was to correct whatever image or perception we had of her from season 1, right? Hence the apology to Laura, she spoke about herself and Toyin, the fact that they've reconciled, just the general sweetness. Now, with what has gone on between herself and Dabota, it just solidifies my thoughts, what I thought, or my feelings, right? Because tell me why she had this mindset, or she had all of this in mind for Dabota, and she was being all sweet to her at the beginning. Like, you went to this person's house, you guys ate, you guys, you guys have been all chummy. You went for her event, you guys were cool, and all of a sudden there's a switch, right? So it's almost as if she could not keep up with that whole thing. She just had to go off on Dabota, and then everything is out there. Now, before we even get deep into that, let's just go according to how everything happened before we talk about the hot parts of this season. Of this episode. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please do well to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. So at the beginning of this episode, Sophia and Dabota, they were on a call. Dabota was explaining to Sophia why she could not make it to her wine tasting event. She said she had to go to church, and in her confessional she was saying that she did not just want to be there. I was like, why didn't you just at least reach out to her and tell her that she was not going to make it? It was almost like they didn't even say anything, they didn't go, and they did not even call to say, oh, I will not be able to make it, even if you had to go for something else, right? She should have at least told her.
I had to go to church.
Okay.
I'm just not in the mood to be around the girls in the group.
Then it was at this point that Sophia invited her for the Ghana trip. Dabota was there doing as if this was their first conversation, asking her, is this your number? I'll save your number. I say how. In Sophia's confessional, she was like that Dabota has a number, they've had a conversation before, so all these ones now just for me way she did do, except maybe she called her with a different number or whatever, but she just said yes, so that's her number. She said she's gonna save it.
I will save your number now. Is this your WhatsApp number as well?
No, it's not, but I can send that to you.
She definitely has my number. So this whole I'm gonna save your number talk is some bull crap again.
Then Laura set up a meeting with Dabota just to know what's up with them, because it's almost like there's this unspoken issue going on with them. And when she got there, she just went straight to the point. She said, oh, okay, this is what she has been hearing, this is what the situation is. These people have been saying this about you not liking me and all of that. So what's up? What's going on with us?
I heard that at the beach house you're like, I don't like her. And I was telling them, you haven't actually told me to my face that you don't like me. But I know you don't like me.
Then they now started talking about how they do not like each other. Dabota said Laura is not in her world, that she doesn't even come up at all. Laura now matched her energy. She was like, I always tell others, I've been telling others that I really don't care about Dabota. She now told her, Dabota, I don't care about you, Dabota. She said, that's okay, she's indifferent. They shall use this opportunity to tell themselves how they do not care about each other.
You're not in my world. I'm in my own world. You're not even a name that comes up at all.
Because I've said it several times that I really don't care about Dabota.
It doesn't really bother me because I'm indifferent.
After some time, Dabota now said what exactly was her main issue with Laura, what was really doing her, because all this one she has not said anything before. So now she said that during that time where there was gist flying around about herself, I think her marital situation that was out there, this particular one involved her child, right? She said she tried to reach out to the blog. I'm sure she was talking about Linda Ikeji's blog, that's Laura's sister's blog. She tried to reach out to her through a mutual friend, and that the gist that came back to her through that mutual friend was that Laura said, right, that when she was getting all the publicity, she did not have a problem with it. But now that it involves her child, she's now attacking them. And then Laura was like, excuse me, no, what? What's going on? I do not know this person. I don't know what you're talking about. I never said something like that.
The report that came back from her was Laura said, oh, but when you were getting all the attention and publicity, you didn't have an issue with this. Now that it's about your child, you want to start attacking us.
No. Did we have
Sit
Instagram
down,
that time?
sit down.
Because I don't even know this girl. I don't have a number.
So at this point, Laura was telling her that she can't do something like that to a child, that she loves kids. She was just expressing how much she loves kids and would fight for kids and stuff. Dabota now told her that this was before she started having kids. I was like, let me say, you don't tell where she carried that thing for mind since when, and she had not even confirmed or anything. She just carried it for mind and carried it for how many years for somebody. There has to have been something else. Maybe she's transferring the aggression, the Linda Ikeji aggression to her or something, because that cannot be the only thing. You've not confirmed that you were still, harboring it and beefing this person for whatever reason.
I am obsessed with kids.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you.
Well, at the time, you didn't have kids.
It doesn't matter.
At some point, she told Laura that seeing her is like a trauma trigger for her. Laura was like, excuse me, that deep? For me, I feel like there's something more, Jerry. It cannot be just that, because what's going on? Then I started discussing how they'll operate moving forward, and I guess they'll just be cordial and stuff. Now them Sabisha, I guess they just wanted to clear the air, and she told her what it is that she did to her that's making her behave that way.
Where being around you is like a trauma trigger for me. If you respect me, I respect you. I don't have to like you to respect you.
That was
moving forward.
But then I didn't say that though. I didn't.
Now you said that. Fair enough.
So then I started talking about Caroline. Laura was telling Dabota that, Caroline is not happy with her. That at the wine tasting events, Caroline still expressed how she felt about Dabota concerning the, visitation to her ex-husband's place with her friend, and that Caroline is not happy with her. That's what she was just trying to explain to Dabota, and maybe there needs to be a conversation, or they need to sort their stuff out, right? Dabota was now explaining to Laura that the situation safe that happened was that, okay, what happened with the whole friend situation and visiting her ex-husband's place was that her cousin was the event planner, and she was invited on a separate basis, right? So the other person was there, the one that was trying to snatch her husband in quote, I was trying to be the next Mrs. in quote, was also there and all of that, but she was invited on a separate basis. And the craziest part is that she herself and Caroline, they've had this conversation. She has explained it to her, and Caroline has, would I say, made peace with her, saying, oh, she didn't know that was the case, that kind of thing. That they've had that conversation. So
he had a birthday party. My cousin is the event planner. His new squeeze is there acting like the new madam. I'm invited on my own.
You guys have had this conversation.
We've had this conversation. And she said, oh, do you know that's why I've not been talking to you all this while? Sure, my life.
Let us just move on from all of that and talk about the things that happened in Ghana. So for their Ghana trip, Sophia had a private jet for them. Big girl doing. So they went to Ghana on a private jet. Before the team even went far, the ladies came in, being all excited and stuff. The next thing, they showed Dabota's confession, and she said, she's squeezed in and all what's not. I say, you for hire your own private jets now. Sophia came to this thing with her own boat. If you use your own private jet, make space there everywhere, so that you would have enough space to, to sit.
We're on the jet and I'm trying to relax, but I'm really squeezed in here.
Anyway, they had a very nice welcome to Ghana. Sophia arranged for, all those people that dance when you get to the airport. The dancers were there, they danced. From there, they now entered the bus that she chartered for them. Everywhere, vibes on vibes, dancing, champagne, everything was on point. So they had already started grooving, right? On one hand, we had Sophia that was loving the vibes, and she was just saying that she wishes that this is how the vibe would be throughout the trip. She was living for the vibe. On the other hand, we had Caroline being angry over something that's supposedly not supposed to be an issue, right? Or her issue rather, because she was saying that see people that were ganging up on Sophia, they were the ones that were, you know, enjoying the most, shouting the most, jubilating the most. And I say, let's see how she was talking about Dabota and Adiola, right? I'm like, the person that invited them is liking the vibe.
The same people that ganged up against Sophia are the ones screaming the most. Diola, you're standing up to twerk? Wow, wow, wow.
I don't know whether they were supposed to display bad energy. Anybody that organizes that kind of trip will be happy that the vibe is vibing. Especially since you invited all these people. You'll be happy that everybody is vibing and everywhere is chill, you know? So at some point, you know, while they had gotten to the house and everything, they were sitting down. There was a shade that Dabota now dropped for Caroline. She was pouring drinks for the ladies, and I think she wanted to give one of the ladies drink. She was not like, is this for you? And the person said yes. She was like, before somebody will come and accuse me of poisoning her or something. And Caroline definitely caught that shade, right?
Is that yours? Okay. I don't want me to say they poison anybody for this thing.
You're already starting drama right from the lounge.
I just knew that things were going to go down during this trip. So Sophia was now, you know, talking to the ladies about how she arranged their rooms. You know, she put into consideration every single one of them and how she perceived them and how she felt like they would like their room arrangement. She put Dabota and Adiola in the same area, not the same room, the same area. They had a nice view. She put Laura in her own side with, I think she had a cottage in front of her room or something. Like, she had a big room, so I think she said Laura had the biggest room. She put herself, Caroline and Miriam together, just the way she would she expected them to enjoy their stay. She wanted to make sure that all of them were comfortable, and I give it to her. She tried. And then they all had packages on their bed when they got in, so she really for that one, I give it to her. Like, she really tried for that, making sure that everybody, you know, was going to be comfortable, unlike herself that went to Dabota's event and she wasn't comfortable, right? And then herself and Dabota even hugged. I was like, oh,
Thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you.
Really amazing.
I can't wait for you guys to have a good time.
Thank you so much. Thank
My
you.
queen.
Thank you. I
I'll
love
see you
this.
soon.
This is amazing.
I almost forgot to mention that when they got there, like, there was food on the table, and then their pictures, she, you know, enlarged their pictures just the way that Dabota did. She, you know, Sophia, she put their pictures there. They appreciated it. But you see the food part, I give her 1,000 over 100 for that. She was like, you know, when people get there, before you enter your room, come out, food will not come. That time, hunger feed don't want to finish you. But getting there and seeing food, hey, I would have felt so good. And then some of them just went straight in to start eating, which was really nice. So she did very well with that. Then back to the Caroline situation. When Sophia went to show the other ladies their rooms, Caroline was now talking about this whole thing again, her ex-husband, and, you know, Dabota being in her ex-husband's house with her friend, a lot of that. Ehi was the friend that she was speaking about. So she was telling Miriam about it again. I say, it looks like we're not going to, like, in the nearest few episodes we'll still be hearing about it. So she was just gisting Miriam about it. And in Miriam's confessional, she was like, it's not that deep, but it's apparently looks like it's deep for Caroline.
And in the evening, the same woman that was a rival in my marriage, not even a rival, she was in my marriage from 2009 till I left. I walked away because this when I know when I married, I leave the man for you. I
don't know what this person is, but
this same he. I have a story.
Then after some time, Sophia now came and, you know, took them to their own rooms, which was also nice. They hugged everything, like vibes on vibes at this point. Later on in the evening, it was time for their evening hangout because, you know, they will definitely have one. Sophia was first to get there, then Dabota now joined her there. Then I started talking about their issues, and you guys, that conversation was so exhausting because it's almost like I feel like what made the conversation so exhausting is the fact that Dabota did not want to just accept her own wrongs. She was being so defensive. She was more focused on trying to make Sophia see the part that she did wrong. And I think that when you're having conversations like that, you first of all, accept the part that you did wrong, because the issue she had with Sophia, the back and forth, the insult, all those things, all that fights that she had during her own trip wasn't nice. It's your trip, and Sophia is your guest, and all the things she said to Sophia, she didn't try for that part. And then some other things that she did, so you admit your own. Sophia will admit her own, because the part of Sophia, giving all of them gifts in her presence and not giving her was somehow right. But everybody, you admit you're wrong, and after you admit you're wrong, that's when you can move on from it. But they shall just continue their conversation like that, and they now decided to agree to disagree.
No, but we did.
I was your guest.
We spoke the night after everything. We sat at the bonfire.
Dabota.
We sat at the bonfire. We had a conversation.
Dabota.
You think your manner of approach at my event?
I simply said,
At my event. Okay, so at what point when you came
what we
in,
go do? We go just agree to disagree.
Meanwhile, in this their agreement to disagree, there was also a miscommunication in their conversation that I observed, right? So Dabota was trying to make Sophia understand that Caroline did not try, because she was the one in the middle of the conversation between Dabota and Sophia, and she wasn't really communicating well, especially based on the fact that she did not let her know that she was going to use Sophia's boat, right, on time. But Sophia took it that Dabota said that Caroline did not let her know at all that she was going to use Sophia's boat, of which Caroline told her, but she told her late. Caroline told her when she had already waited. Before then, she was telling Dabota that she was coming. Before she now said she was following Sophia's boat. So now Sophia was now saying that Dabota lied, but I'm sure with time they would have clarified everything, or maybe after watching this everything will be clarified.
And I'm also aware that Dabota has just told a lie, which is that she wasn't aware that Caroline was coming with me.
Then Caroline now arrived, and the tension went through the roof. And when she got there, obviously Sophia already knew that they were not, in good terms or anything. She was trying to get them to speak to each other. And Caroline made it clear to her that she was not in the mood to have that conversation. She didn't want to have any conversation with Dabota, but Sophia was still trying to push. She said they should just talk, they should try to be cordial at least, even though they're not going to be friends or anything. Caroline said she don't want to. So it was at this point that Dabota now wanted to reconcile, or was open to reconciling with Sophia. So she now started telling her that everything is that she's glad they had the conversation. I feel like she just wanted to focus her energy on Sophia since Caroline was there. So she's like, okay, let me now sort things out with Sophia, then we can now have a conversation.
I'm happy we've had this conversation.
Likewise.
Honestly, we're very similar, very stubborn. That point though, and that's it. But it doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Meanwhile, Sophia was still pushing for them to reconcile, which was kind of annoying at this point, because I was like, you don't know why these people don't want to reconcile. You better leave them. She still ended up saying what her eyes did not plan to see.
I'm happy the way I am.
So are you guys going to address
I don't need to
address
address anything.
So Dabota now started talking. She was speaking to Sophia at this point. She was saying that she wanted them to be complete. She wanted all the other ladies to be there because they were there when Caroline was talking to her. She called it an accusation. She called it an accusation. She said Caroline made an accusation to her friend that that insinuated that they could potentially poison her. So the accusation was the whole poisoning thing, and that's how that whole house thing or that particular conversation came up. And she called it an accusation.
Everybody was there when the accusations were made. If you come to my home, I am responsible for you. And you say and insinuate that somebody who you greeted and hugged, that we could potentially poison you.
Personally, I wouldn't call it an accusation. Insinuation, yes, because you serve, how do you serve someone with a whole platter of food and you do not even say let's even join the person to eat? I'm not saying they did anything, but it just makes the person more comfortable, right? Anybody could have felt somehow in that situation. Even if you remove Ehi from the equation, if you serve somebody all that, it's only normal that you just take it, a bite or something, even if you're not hungry, just so that the person will feel more comfortable. A lot of people are not comfortable with that kind of thing, so I can understand where Caroline was coming from, right? But the only thing that is doing me from Caroline's angle is just, what's up with the switch? At what point did this switch so bad from being at this person's place, being all chummy. Even after that, their house thing, they were still all chummy. And to now hear that she has even explained this thing to her before, that she has told, she has explained the whole situation to Caroline before, and Caroline accepted it. So now, waiting come they happen. Anyway, the whole thing continued. Caroline now started her own part and was calling Dabota a snake.
Sending me
Sophia, did you
messages.
call me here to
same
sit
person?
with this snake who went to my ex-husband's house? I actually chatted with this snake.
If you
Snapchat.
reference me
You are
as a snake,
This is where like escalation began and went even further. This thing escalated from 100 to 1,000, and Dabota was saying some things, and it seemed like it was not just, you know, just the regular thing that she was saying. It felt like there were accusations in there, revelations in there, right? And then after some time, Caroline also stood up and, you know, got physical. That's when she attacked Dabota. I was like, this is way out of line, right? But aside, let's leave this part first. Let's leave the fighting thing first. The revelation, the things that she was saying there. I shall know. I heard something about sleeping with husband. I know here. They were just bleeping out the conversation. Bleep, beep, 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 beep. Everywhere. I say, you don't know what made me hear this gist.
Is this why you called me together? Before I met her,
Let's-
did I?
Carol.
were you not?
Which year? Which year did I?
Especially the end parts where I think what I heard from there, what I saw and heard, what I could read from that was she saying, were you not effing my husband or her husband? I don't know if she said my husband or her husband. I just heard or saw that.
Carol.
Were you not?
Which year?
All these things is allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying what it seems like I saw there. But anyway, let's just move on from that. It was at this point, Caroline now, she threw something. So she poked her, everything. She now threw something. It's either she threw the thing at her or she threw it to the floor. But I think she threw it at her because they censored that part. So it's like it was a bit, you know, violent and stuff. So the whole thing escalated. And then Sophia now realized that she had opened a can of worms that she didn't know what she was getting herself into. I was like, she has seen.
Which year did I said don't shoot? Which year? Are you mad? Carol. Which year? Oh my God. Which year are you mad?
You are mad. Get over it.
When the other ladies came out, they were so shocked because everywhere was such a mess. The other ladies were not there. That's Dabota, Sophia and Caroline, they had left. They were like, okay, what happened here?
Oh my God. Where's everybody? No, I literally just came and I saw this. Where is Dabota? Like I'm shaking. I don't even know. Where is Dabs first?
This whole thing is just funny. So in season 2, whenever Yabo or Chema, they will mess up or they will do something, Caroline will post on her page or like on Instagram, she'll just post one picture trying to display, oh, you know, I guess more like trade a shade at them for being who they are. And then in the earlier episodes too, she made a statement about we have now seen them for who they are. And when all of those things happen, I was like, it's not as if you're innocent too. You get your own for body, but now you're like, you know, dragging these people. Yabo and Chema in season 2, they did not try, especially Yabo. But then I didn't think that Caroline was like innocent. So when she betrayed all those shades, I was like, yourself not innocent. So what do we now think? Or would we now say that we're also seeing you for who you are? If you refer to their own behavior as that, we will now say that about your own behavior. Like, anyway, that's all I have to say. Hey, let me just end this video. Let me end this video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this episode, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Bye, love you.